Fluoridation in Windsor is not a new subject. For over 50 years, Windsor has provided this dental supplement to the residents of Windsor. No adverse effects locally have been identified.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and City Councilor members, for giving me the opportunity to speak on behalf of Safe Drinking Water. My name is Tia Marie Toutant, and I'm here tonight to make a case for safe water as a parent of a child damaged by ingested fluoride. 4 years ago, when I took my then 3-year-old son to his very first dental appointment, I learned that he had dental fluorosis. When I asked our dentist what that was, he told me it was a condition due to an overexposure to fluoride. Well, now I'm perplexed. How does my child get overexposed to fluoride at 3 years old? Well, I was stunned to learn that Windsor does fluoridate their water supply. I also learned that there is trace amounts of fluoride in infant formula. And upon my own research, I learned as well that formula-fed infants and minorities are at a greater increase of this damage. Now, at the age of 7, my son has had many cavities, many fillings. Water fluoridation not only caused his teeth permanent damage, but it failed to protect him from dental decay. As his adult teeth are growing in, we can see the effects of fluorosis on them. We don't know what this fluoride poisoning has done to his bones, his brain, or his other tissues, and we're not convinced that this is strictly a cosmetic concern, as fluoridation promoters have you believing.
No adverse effects locally have been identified.
I'm originally from Brantford, Ontario, and I'm a master's student at the University of Windsor, and I'm also coach with the university track team. So I'm here as a representative of the 1% that actually has a sensitivity to fluoride. And I asked you to think about what it's like to be someone like myself, at 28 years of age, or a young child, or someone that's elderly, and what it's like day to day experiencing a fluoride sensitivity. So for me, it's very difficult. I didn't really realize what was wrong initially, so I went to 2 different dentists, my family doctor, I went to an oral specialist in London, a naturopath, and we came to the conclusion that one of the major issues that I was having was because of fluoride. So anytime I use fluoride toothpaste, anytime I go to the dentist, anytime I want to use mouthwash, I can't use fluoride, because it causes extreme sensitivity in my gums. It feels like it's a huge burning sensation. The back of my gums will bleed, and it'll be like that for several days after. So as you can imagine, that's a difficult situation to put yourself in. So wanting to know whether or not there's something I could do, I talked to my dentists, and both of them, along with the oral specialist, agreed that I did not need to use fluoride. In fact, it made no difference on my dental health. In fact, they told me that I would be just fine. And after 3 years of not using fluoride, I haven't had any cavities. The only one that I have had was actually when I was using fluoride toothpaste, so you can be the judge on that. Beyond having issues with my gums and my teeth, I have issues with drinking water in that it causes sensitivities in my stomach. It becomes really upset. And also when you're showering, I have extremely sensitive skin, so I have issues with dry skin and eczema.
My name is Dr. Art Worth, and I am here as president of the Ontario Dental Association. As the experts in oral health care, dentists take their job of educating the public about oral health care very seriously, including the benefits and safety of optimally fluoridated water.
When it came to all these questions about what's the safe concentration for water, what's the optimal concentration for water, well, that's a very relative term, because it depends, like, safe for whom, optimal for whom. We're all very different. We have different intakes. So it's impossible to do. So that's why dose was very important. There is no controversy amongst those who look at infant nutrition and infant health. They very clearly state not for children under 6 months old. There is no controversy. Just because it has not been studied, and when you look at it and you go for the literature review, this is a problem we have in science. No studies, because no one's ever looked at the question scientifically, is not the same as no evidence of harm, although we use it that way. You can't find any evidence of harm of something you haven't even looked at.